It is only when we truly know and understand we have limited time on earth, and we have no way of knowing when our time is up, that we will begin to live each day to the fullest, as if it were the only one we have. "20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things that you didn't do than by the ones you did do. So throw off the bow lines, sail away from the safe harbor, catch the trade winds in your sails, explore, dream, discover. The purpose of life, after all, is to live it, to taste experience to the utmost, to reach out eagerly and without fear for a newer and richer experience. To those who stay put, the world is but an imaginary place. But to the movers, the makers, and the shakers, the world is all around, an endless invitation. So the only question left to ask yourself is, where should you go now?"
Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Hello. Happy Friday. Happy new weekend coming up. A new week that you just finished, and hopefully you did well. And hopefully you are proud of what you got through this week. So I want to talk about something that's kind of near and dear to my heart. It's overcoming obstacles, overcoming challenges, and staying consistent in the process. So, I don't know where you are in your life right now. I don't know if you are on top of a mountain or if you are down in a valley, but I do know that no matter where you are, you still have this thing called a business, right? Unfortunately, when you're down in a valley, the business doesn't go on like vacation. The business doesn't stop. You are in charge and people are depending on you. So what does that look like? What does that seem like to you? So let's talk about those mountains. We all love to talk about the mountains. We all love to be on top of those mountains. When you're on top of those mountains, it's easy to be consistent. It's easy to, be upbeat. And it's easy to have a team that's looking at you as their leader who is always there. Right? And it's great because, you're rocking and rolling, everything's going smooth. So it's easy to have a power list, and it's easy to, get those tasks done and check marks, right? And it's almost like you have no worry in the world. There's no tiredness. There's nothing that's holding you back. But unfortunately, we know that we cannot be on a mountain forever, right? It's called seasons. And in our life, there are so many seasons, and there are up seasons and down seasons and in between. So when you're not on that mountain, which some of you may not be on that mountain right now, and I will be candid with you, I am not on a mountain right now. I'm more in a valley. But you have a decision, because there's people that are in valleys, and there are people that will just, go sit in a corner and just crawl up in a ball. And I'll tell you, I've done it before. But it's the most important thing is, what do you do after you've cried, after you've curled up in the ball, maybe after you've laid in bed for hours? Do you repeat that process over and over? Or do you get up from there and say, all right, I just had a good cry, a 30, 45-minute cry, or, I'll be back tomorrow because I think I'm probably going to cry all day and maybe eat some like chocolate or frosting? Or do you get up and you say, all right, I've released and now it's time to go? Unfortunately, we're adults. We can't just stop our adult life. We have people that depend on us. So what do? How do you stay consistent? How do you stay consistent when life just throws just hard at you? And that's where I really want you to soul search today. You know, a lot of us can come up with awesome excuses. I'm tired. I didn't sleep well. I'm going through a major family issue, or I've been sick for like 10 weeks, or finances are so tight, or nobody says yes to me. Everybody says no. And you feel like you're in a valley. If I think back over the years of the different valleys I've been in, I look at where I am today and the strength that I've had to overcome those valleys. I actually just recently found a journal from, it had to be like 6 years ago, when I was in a valley and I was stressed and frustrated. And I said, and it was a prayer journal. And I was just like, okay, God, I need you to show me you're here. I need you to, show me what to do. I need some strength. I need some joy. I need some peace in my life. So how many of you right now are screaming internally or maybe out loud for that joy, that peace, for something to break in your business, something, to get over that hard spot? See, the valleys don't last forever. And I've had so many people tell me that. And although I've been through many, the valley I'm going through right now is hard. It is hard. And so I am depending on other people's faith to tell me that it's not going to last forever. But what do you do in the meantime? Well, in the meantime, I still have to get up every single day. I have a 5.5-year-old that's depending on me. I have a bank account that won't move if I don't move. You see, that's the thing. It's so easy to just sit still. It's so easy to just fall into that, I'm not doing anything. Life's hard, so I'm giving in. But you see, we can't give in. We can't. There's too much in your future that's waiting for you if you don't give in. And this is a lesson I'm learning myself right now. So some of you know I run a virtual gym, and I love to give people crazy workouts, and I love to make them do burpees and, everything hard that makes them sweat, moan, and groan, right? So my world kind of flipped upside down 2 months ago yesterday. And let me tell you, that first week, it took everything in me to get on and lead a workout. It took all the energy I had to get on there and do a burpee, where I used to be able to do those in my sleep. It took every bit of energy to get on my team calls here and have my camera open. It took every bit of energy to make a post on Facebook that I've done 1,000,000 times. It took every bit of energy to answer a message on Facebook or a text or set up a Zoom. So if you're in a valley, I got you. I know what you're going through. But here's the thing, the sun does shine again. And those workouts that were like a nightmare for me to get through, little by little, it started becoming easier because I kept showing up. You see, I had to. People were depending on me. Our team meetings, they got a little easier, and I didn't cry through all of them. And I started to put my camera on again. And I started to pick my eyes up and hold my head up. It became easier because I kept doing it. Those posts on Facebook or posting to my stories, it got easier because I kept doing it. It literally at times would take all the energy I had to do one post or one story or even pick up my phone. When you're in the valley, you know your energy is depleted with one word. But it's your consistency. It's your showing up. It's your grit. It's saying life is really rough right now, but it's not going to be like this forever. And I better take care of this now, or I'm going to be in a rough valley longer if I don't. So you have decisions to make. And you don't have to be this strong superhero to do it. All you have to do is get yourself up out of bed. All you have to do is put your feet on the floor and move one in front of the other, even if it feels like it's cement. You're walking through cement. All you have to do is open up your power list. And maybe where you used to fly through maybe 5 things, maybe it's 2. And it's putting that check mark. And maybe even that check mark is hard and it hurts. But it's putting that check mark there and saying, all right, I got it. I'm going to close it now and I'll get the next 2 tomorrow. But the more you show up, the more you just keep digging in, the faster you're actually going to get out of this valley. It is so hard sometimes. And I want to tell you from the bottom of my heart that you can do this. You can overcome that obstacle that you're going through right now. You can overcome that email that you're dreading, that phone call that you're dreading, that bill that you're dreading, that doctor's phone call that you're dreading, that doctor's appointment that you're dreading. You can. But it just takes one step, one step, one step. And then those steps that seem so hard, they get easier. They do. And then you'll take about 5 steps, and then the next day you're going to get knocked down and only be able to take 2, and that's okay because you took 2 steps. So in your business, as an entrepreneur, what is consistency? I'm going to be super straight with you. I could do things, like clockwork. And all of a sudden, I was lost. It's like I was paralyzed. I didn't know what to post, how to post. I didn't even know how to reach out to people. It's like everything that was so easy to me, everything that was just so natural was like stripped away. And I literally had to start at 0. But I did it. Just this week, I have done 2 lives. I'm going to try to get my 3rd one in today. But it has been over 2 months since I've done a live. And I knew that it was time. And let me tell you, it was hard. And I was nervous. And I felt like maybe people were silently judging me. And then I had to snap myself out of that and say, your opinion of me is none of my business. I'm doing the best I can. And so are you. You're doing the best you can. And your best will get better as the days go by. So if you haven't picked up that journal, if you haven't picked up that power list, I want to challenge you to pick up that power list today. And I want to challenge you to pick it up tomorrow. Hello, newsflash, I do know it's Saturday and I do know the next day's Sunday, but the faster you get into consistency, the faster you keep going and doing it, the faster you're going to get to yourself again. But the better and more improved self, because you know what? You're going to be improving yourself, but you're going to be consistent and your business is going to grow, which is going to improve you even more. Then I want you to look at your calendar. What does Jimmy always tell us? Your calendar is your calculator. I've had some pretty bare weeks. But then I decided, this is not going to help me. This is only going to make me feel worse. So what do? You write in your time blocking schedule and you get through it. And here's a little secret tip for you. The faster you get through it, the faster you get to take a deep breath and just be like, oh, collapse. Because sometimes that's what it is. You have enough energy to do what you need to do, and then you collapse. And that's okay. That's absolutely okay. Power list, calendar. What's next? What does your social media look like these days? Is it so totally bare? Is it just quotes that are pretty sad? Is it, posts about what you're going through? And it's okay to be open and vulnerable and honest. But where are the quotes that people are like, I want to work with her. I want to work with him. Where are the quotes that say, wow, I kind of know a little bit about what they're going through. I cannot even imagine the strength she must have, the strength that he must have. We're all secretly battling something, right? We're all secretly having something that we're going through. But it's time to get up with vengeance. It's time to be a mad dog. It is time to do it. So what do you do today? Go find something to post on your Facebook. And if you need to, steal somebody else's. Steal someone else's, it's okay. Go post on your Facebook. Go put some stories on your Facebook so that people start following you again. You don't even realize how much of an audience you have until you're in a valley and people see you climb your way out. You see, people are watching. People are always watching, and people always have opinions, and people are always going to comment. So what you need to do is ignore the comments. See you, bye. I don't need to see those. You do you, boo. Be consistent. Power list, calendar, stories, posts. What's next? Well, you got to talk to people. If you want to grow your business, you need to talk to people. You need to be a professional friend maker, even if it's like, oh, I don't want to talk to anyone, right? Take a break, big, deep breath. Send the voice message. Send 5. And then say, okay, I'm going to take 10 minutes. I'm going to regroup. I'm going to do a burpee. I'm going to have some frosting. Whatever it is that you need to get through. And then go do 5 more. You see, you're sitting on a gold mine. You're sitting on never-ending funds if you move. Moving is sometimes the hardest thing to do. But if you knew outside right now, under one of those rocks that are around, there is $100 bill. Would you say, oh, life is just too hard. I'm not going to go. I just can't. Someone else can have it. Or would you go out there and flip all those rocks? Because what would that do? That would help you. Maybe that would pay a bill. Maybe you could go do something with your child. Maybe you could go spoil yourself. So what do you do today? You know you're sitting on a gold mine. You know you're sitting on a world of opportunity. Go flip those rocks. Go flip those rocks. Because I'm flipping my rocks right now too. And there are days where I flip them like there's no tomorrow, and it could be 100 pounds and I could do it with one hand. And then there's days where, you know what? I ask for some people to help me flip some rocks. And that's okay. Whatever it takes, Go flip your rocks. Whatever it takes. Improve you. Don't give in. Don't give in. Because tomorrow will be a new day. And you're never going to have to repeat the day you just went through. Tomorrow will be a new day of new opportunities. And today, you're one step closer to your freedom. You're one step closer to that sun shining. You're one step closer to laughing again, being you. Maybe those of you who aren't feeling it well, you are one step closer to getting out on that dance floor and dancing. But you have the opportunity. You just have to say enough, and I'm going to do it, no matter how hard. I speak a lot about going from broken to beautiful. And I was laughing the other day because I said, well, I went from broken to beautiful to broken. And guess what? We do. Broken, beautiful, broken, beautiful. It's all part of your story. It's all part of what makes you unique. It's all part of who you are. Own it. Own those broken pieces, because you are in one of the most beautiful moments of your life that sometimes you won't see until you're out of it. Be the best you. It's easy to go sit in that corner. It's easy to go hide under the covers. It's easy to cry all day. And it's easy to eat a bunch of frosting all day. I think you know who I'm talking about. It's harder to get up and be consistent. It's harder to open that power list. It's harder to send those messages and set up those Zooms and look at that calendar and say, I need this for my calculator. But the more you do it, the more you keep showing up, the closer you're going to be to a new day, new freedom, and your gold mine. So I wanted to come on here today and share a little bit about my heart and tell you we're going to get through this valley together. It doesn't matter if we have to crawl our way out, jump our way out, climb our way out. We're going to do it. We can do this together. And I will meet you there. Meet me. Show up. Get it done. Take pride in what you've already built or what you're building or what you're coming into. And start envisioning the future, because you're not always going to be in this valley. Obstacles are going to come, and you know that obstacles go. So start envisioning that beautiful obstacle being gone, but you came out so much stronger. I pray for your Yep business. I pray for your character. I pray that you guys would keep going. And I do pray so many blessings on you guys. Keep going. Write the word consistency. Consistent. Write it somewhere. Because you got this. And I will be there cheering you on. So you guys have the most beautiful, beautiful weekend. Go get your work done, because it's a better day coming. All right, guys. Talk to you soon.